And if we don't consent in the voting process because we don't believe in or like or otherwise support any of the candidates because of what they'll bring about, what does that mean for us? What does that mean? Hey everybody, Real World Prepper here. My work phone is going off with emails, and good grief, like, and it's of course it's after work, but you know that's his life. I wanted to come home, and my vacation week is over. It's been over 2 days now, which is fine. It is what it is. But anyway, so I wanted to come home and have a little time to jam out to some Van Halen. I'm an old rocker at heart, and whether or not you've heard, Eddie Van Halen passed away today, ending his long battle with cancer that has gone on and off for over a decade. And, that's not prepping related. It just is what it is. I like Van Halen. Not Van Hagar, but Van Halen. And then Mrs. RWP, little RWP, we're going to go cut some new trails, work on some new trails that we've been trying to. And the chainsaw, I came back and said, the chainsaw doesn't work. Well, it's gummed up with goo, as you can see. So I'm trying to get it cleared out so they can go cut some trails. But thus endeth my trying to chill out and listen to a little Van Halen and just relax for a few minutes after getting home. So how's you guys' day been? Who are you going to vote for? Do you think it matters who you're going to vote for? You think anything's going to be better? I've seen a lot of people say that they're going to, of course, there's always the group that says, oh, you're throwing your vote away if you vote third party. And then there's those that say, well, if you don't believe in either one of the major party candidates, then you may as well vote third party. And then there's, it's just all these differing opinions, and they're all trash. Not the opinions necessarily, although that can be debated. But the idea of one candidate's going to be the answer and one's not. Candidates are like opinions. We all have them, and they all stink. I don't know if that worked out the right way, but I think you know what I'm trying to say. It's just, it's a crapshoot. I had somebody tell me that they thought if you participated at all, you were what's the word he used? You were complying, or you were consenting. That was it. If you participate in the elections at all, you're consenting to the garbage that will, be thrown your way with laws, rules, regulations, masking, blah, 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 etc. And I don't know that I entirely disagree with that notion. Although I don't know what else we would do. If we don't vote, what do we do? I mean, do we still have a voice, Do we still have a say? Do we get to complain? Does it matter? Are we headed down this road either way? The road of continued control? Of course the answer is yes. I mean, that's what I believe. I guess these questions are largely rhetorical. I'm trying not to get my new shirt oily already, which happens. Yes, I know I'm in a new shirt. I say, hey, I'm trying not to get my new shirt oily, but I'm sitting here doing this in my new shirt, so my fault if it does. This is just a big crap show. And I'm almost ready to just say, I don't consent anymore, and I don't participate anymore. Alright, so I don't know what's wrong with this thing. It's not the battery. So if we consent by voting for one of these candidates, or, well, you know, one of the two major candidates, President Trump or Biden, or this Jorgensen person, who I know nothing about, you know, are we consenting to whatever end comes from that? And what do we do if we don't vote? You know, I mean, does it really matter anymore? Did it ever really matter? How long has it been that it has mattered? I don't know. These are things to think about. I think that we should carve our own path. I'm going to reference something that Guns Coast to Coast said earlier today, and it was something about along the lines of, or maybe yesterday, but along the lines of, you know, the laws that are put in place, your freedoms, what you're allowed to do, what you're not allowed to do. You know, who dictates that? Well, it's your elected officials who dictates that, and who allows the elected officials to be in that spot, and it's you and I when we consent. So, and he went on to say that there are some laws that he may or may not follow based on what the ramifications are, based on what the, you know, what the end result would be. Will he be fined or jailed or, you know, ostracized otherwise, or whatever the case may be? Those are good points. And if we don't consent in the voting process because we don't believe in or like or otherwise support any of the candidates because of what they'll bring about, what does that mean for us? What does that mean as far as us as citizens? Are we, by not voting, you know, the person who raised the question to me about, you know, or raised the point in his mind that if we did vote, that we are consenting to whatever results come, whether or not your candidate wins or loses. But what are we saying about our consent if we don't vote? Are we consenting to whatever happens? We're just letting the chips fall? Are we rogues? Are we living as rogues? Is that, you know, what's the answer? I don't have the answer. I'm just posing the questions, I suppose. Anyway, just a little something to think about, I suppose. On a day that a rock genius, guitar genius has died, Eddie Van Halen. Props to Eddie Van Halen for his virtuosity. And I don't know. That's all I got, y'all. Thanks, everybody, for being here. I appreciate everyone who's here. I do. I really appreciate you guys. Subscribe if you're not. Check out me and Zombie this Saturday on the 10th, I think it is, October. 7 o'clock Central. We'll be live streaming on Zombie's channel. So check that out. Thanks, you guys. Real World Prepper. Peace out.